The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7, Chargers nothing.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send Waddle in motion left. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Once more with Harvey. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Still to go. 3rd down now. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That pass broken up by Elijah Molden. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Throwing Nix.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. There goes a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
In motion right goes Sutton. Off the play fake. Nix
sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Hampton.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The Chargers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. We can look at this Bronco defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Quentin Johnston,
his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Broncos 10. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, hits Hampton.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
No gain on the
when you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
21. Broncos 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, here's Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
A gain of
15 yards there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Lutz to try to end the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Chargers 21, Broncos 17.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now third down and 7. To throw, here's Nix.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They're going. It's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Nix.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
The Broncos first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Nix from the shotgun. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Now it's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Down to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A run once more with Hampton.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Hampton.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Hey, Kappa.
Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish a rhythm, and go down and take the lead. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10.
Bryant has it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hit track to help tap a guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dalvin.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
To throw is Nix.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Receivers here on third down and long. Here's Nix. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. also lead to 4th down. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. On play action, they'll throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
3rd and 12.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They'll come up in a 4-receiver look. 2 left, 2 right, 2nd and 6.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 37. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Back to throw. Nix.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Third down and 1.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on third and 1.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a second and 3.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll work inside here. Hampton. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
12 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Here's Herbert. Finds Johnston. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Herbert to throw.
Got him in. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Give here to Hampton.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
fighting through at the 25. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dobbins with it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's a give to Dobbins.
He'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They're going for it with Dobbins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second and 6 coming up.
Back to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. This ball intercepted. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one's over. It's in